Hi, it's Ray. We are going to do a Leo themed practice today. We're in the heart of summer, Pitta season. It's a fiery time. I'm using 2 blocks, a blanket, and a bolster. You could use 2 blankets if you don't have a bolster or a pillow nearby. But feel free to grab those things, come back onto the mat, and let's begin. So we're going to start by taking one of the blocks and setting it up on its second height. Hope you can see this in the frame. But the block's on the second height. I'm going to put a blanket on the block to pad it, and then lie down with your bolster or your pillow and just squeeze that bolster in between your legs. You could do a little cactus arms here. Just bend your elbows out to the side. And then you're going to place your left thigh onto the block and blanket. So you make a shelf, a 90-degree bend with your legs. And you're just going to put your lower leg on the blanket. And yeah, have a nice little rest. So this is a supported twist. And while you're here, awaken your feet. Keep your feet, shine the light of awareness on your feet in some way the whole time. Just keep the action going. And now lengthen your right side body. And as you exhale, push down and away with your left elbow to turn your ribs more to the right. So here you are in the supported twist. You could gaze over your right shoulder. And just take about 4 breaths here. Again, visualizing that light with the breath. Notice how this twist kind of restricts, not as much as a full twist, but it gently restricts the airflow into your abdomen, and it makes the breath kind of stay more up in the upper part of the torso. And so we are evoking the heart region by breathing into the upper torso, which is the part of the body associated with Leo. So take another big breath into the back of your heart. And exhale completely. And now just for fun, squeeze onto your bolster, keep your feet nice and awake, and just hover your both legs up off of that block and blanket. And whoo, that's a little bit challenging, feeling some heat. Good, then put your legs back down. Now take your top leg off of the bolster or pillow and just reach your knee towards the front of your mat. Again, awaken your feet. Turn your inner thighs back, and that should feel nice. It opens your belly a bit, and there's a softness that comes maybe to your hip flexor a little bit. Now draw your navel in and up, and then reach your right knee towards the front of your mat. Push on your left elbow and turn your ribs. And just feel a nice opening come across the front of your right hip. I'm feeling like I want to reach my arms overhead, so let's do that. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and just do a little crescent over to the left. And hold this side body stretch, feeling it from your hip flexor to your obliques, to your intercostals, to your lats on the right side. Just take an inhale into that whole right side body. And exhale completely. Good, and now squeeze your knee back onto the bolster. Bring that thing back to center. Move your block and blanket over to the other side. And you can shift your hips slightly to the left. Bring that 90-degree angle bend in your legs on over to be supported by the block and blanket beneath you. And now push down with your right elbow to turn your ribs to the left. Awaken your feet. Let's just scoot my hips a little closer to that bolster. So squeeze on, awaken the feet. Send your left sitting bone forward, so side body long, turning the ribs. Look over your left shoulder. Take about 4 breaths here. And again, you'll want to send your breath into the upper torso. Feel an expansive quality on your inhale. And then move deeper into the twist as you exhale. And there's a softness. One more breath in. Full breath out. Squeeze onto your bolster. Push down with your right elbow and lift both of your legs up off of that block. And feel that fire coming down there into your left oblique. Nice. And then rest your legs back onto the bolster. So that was a lot for your hip flexor, right? So take your left leg off the bolster, reach your knee towards the front of the mat, and the direction that you're reaching your knee in, you're gonna take your navel in the opposite direction. So draw your navel to the back of your heart, push down more with your right elbow. Good. Take a breath. And then reach your arms overhead, grab your left wrist and crescent to the right. And now that we're in this side body stretch, let's just revisit those actions. So we fan out the bones of the feet, we draw the navel in, and we reach that left knee forward, and then pull on the left wrist. Breathe into your hip flexor, intercostals and oblique. And one more into your lat. Good. And squeeze onto that bolster with both legs. Bring it up to the center. And let's just extend the legs up towards the sky. Just flex and point the feet. Good. And now flex the feet. Lift your head and shoulders up off the ground. Interlace your hands behind your head. And then reach your left elbow outside your right thigh. And then lift your right shoulder blade up off the earth. Whew, that's harder. We'll just do one. So reach your right elbow outside your left thigh. Push out through your feet. Exhale and lift your left shoulder blade. Good. Then inhale, come back to center. Set your feet on the earth. Move the bolster off to the side. And just set your feet on the ground. Feel nice and grounded here for a moment. Let's awaken the legs a little bit. So grab the outer edges of your mat, set your feet hips width distance apart, lift your hips like into a halfway to bridge, and then push down with the tips of your big toes and your big toe ball mounds and fan out the bones of your feet. Now ground your pinky toe ball mounds. Pull your heels towards your hips so you feel like a tone at the base of your glutes, and then push your heels down into the earth and lift your hips higher. Now pull the mat apart and squeeze your shoulder blades together underneath you. And then just like you did in that twist, as you exhale, draw your navel to the back of your heart. And as you inhale, reach your knees towards the front of your mat. Good, then exhale and come down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. On an exhale, float them away as you inhale. So still holding on, and then we exhale, pull the knees in, and we inhale, float the knees away. One more time, squeeze on the exhale, float away on the inhale, and maybe we extend out, we reach back, kick forward, and then we exhale, curl up, reach the arms forward, knees to chest. Inhale, kick forward, reach back. Exhale, round in. 2 more times. Sense your hands and feet. Make them active. And after you curl up here, start to pump your arms. 5, 4, 3. Navel down. 2, 1. And release. Okay, good. Roll on over to your belly. So in the heat of summer, to balance that out, we want to stay low, at least to start, to ease in. And so we're going to come down onto the belly, set up for a cobra pose. So you'll take a wide base cobra. So fingertips out wide, maybe even off your mat. And now let's just push the tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, come down. And again, inhale, come up. Exhale down. Once more, big breath in. And lower as you exhale. Good. Now, I'm foreseeing that I'm going to need to move some props out of the way. So from here, you're going to bend your right knee out to the side, push down with the top of your left foot, and inhale, lift your chest, do a cobra. And just feel your adductor on the right side, even your outer right hip. Good. And then come down. Now let's take the knee a little higher and out, and then inhale, come up, and exhale, go down. Now one more time, inhale, come up, and we're gonna add on. So staying lifted, just lift your right foot now. So that's an internal rotation of your thigh. So lift head and foot, and then come down. So let's do that again. Inhale, come up, and lift your foot. And now this time, kick your right leg back behind you. Good, and then exhale, come down. So let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your foot, and then kick your right leg back behind you. And come on down. Good, now make a little pillow. Bend your knee, left knee, and windshield wiper your left leg from side to side. Again, if you want, so sense your quad, rolling around on the quad. Maybe you want to take that right knee a little higher and reach it away. And then keep rolling, see what you feel. Shine a light into both feet. And sense your pelvic floor. Notice how moving the left leg affects sensation in the right hip. Okay, good. Now straighten your left leg. Dive your left arm underneath you and peel your right arm open into a supine twist. Push down with your left elbow and turn your ribs to the right. Take a breath in and exhale completely. Feels nice, huh? And then come on back over. Now let's take the second side. So we'll do a wide base cobra. Left knee out this time. Remember, you can kind of take it up and out to feel more. Awaken both feet. And we'll go right into it. So lift your chest and lower down. Two more with just the chest and lower down. And again, come up and go down. And now come up, lift your foot. So left foot, internally rotate your thigh. Feel that dull ache in the outer hip. Now reach your left leg behind you. Open that hip flexor. And then come back, lower down. Inhale, come up. Kick that leg behind you. And lower down. Let's do that one more time. So we inhale, lift the chest, then the foot, then we kick that leg back. Nice. Good, so knee's gonna come back out to the side. Make a little pillow to rest your head on. Bend your right knee. Windshield wiper your lower leg. Take that left knee up a little bit, a little out to feel more. And just shine that light deep into the base of your spine. Loving light of attention. Good. And now extend your right leg, lift your head, dive your right arm underneath you, and peel your left arm open. So coming into a supine twist. Push down and away with the right elbow, And twisting more, and lengthen, reach that left hip towards the front of the mat. All right. And come on over, onto your belly. Push your hips back to your heels. Take a child's pose. Child's pose is a really good opportunity to breathe into your back body. So shine the light of awareness into your back as you inhale, feel expansion. And as you exhale, soften down towards the earth. Take one more breath like that into your back body. And exhale, soften down. Now come on up to a tabletop. And drop your belly to a cow pose. Stay as you inhale. Move into cat as you exhale. Stay in cat as you inhale. Sense your back body. And then as you exhale, drop it down into cow. Now breathe into your front body in cow. And then move on your exhale into cat. Stay as you inhale. Move to cow as you exhale. Big breath in cow. Exhale to cat. Stay as you inhale. And then exhale, come to neutral. Good. And now, just for a moment, be sure that you've got 2 blocks near your hands. So I'm going to reposition my props. And then come into a downward facing dog. I've been liking a wide base down dog, so maybe stepping feet out to the edges of the mat, bend your knees, press down with your index finger and your thumb, and then make the eyes of your elbows look forward about 45 degrees. So externally rotate your shoulders while weighting down your inner hand, and you'll feel your lats. And so from your lats to your hands, push. And what did that do? It sent your hips up and back, right? And now reach back with your inner heels and push down with your outer heels. Now push evenly into all 4 limbs and let your head hang. Now as you inhale, look forward, lift your heels, bend your knees, and as you exhale, bring your feet up to the top of your mat in a forward bend. Soften your knees. Let your head hang for a moment. Grab your opposite elbows and sway in the breeze. Again, this is a great place to breathe into your back body. And while you're doing that, let's build the structure really strong in the legs. So start by awakening your feet, spreading out the bones of your feet. Push your heels down. Good. And hug muscle to bone. So legs are really stable while the upper body is really light and easeful. Keep that stability in your legs as you release the bind. Grab your 2 blocks. Put them on the highest setting and lengthen your spine into an Ardha Uttanasana, so halfway lift. Now push down into your blocks and drag them back as you broaden your collarbones. And then reach your inner thighs back and push into your feet. And so feel how your spine is nice and tractioned. Good. And now step your left foot back into a lunge. And you might need to step your right foot forward a little bit. Spike up your back heel. And as you squeeze your feet towards each other, do you feel a lift coming up to your hips? Kind of a fiery lift of muscle energy. Keep that lift in your muscles, but root the bones of your legs down into the earth. Good, and now twist your right arm up towards the sky. Hug the midline with your right hip, and again, push into the earth. Feel a rebounding length in your spine, and you could kind of coil back a little bit. So a little bit of a heart opener. Great, now as you exhale, touch down, and just float your right leg back behind you. So it's a 3-legged plank, with your hands on the blocks and just kind of move your foot around. Bring knee into chest. Send the leg back out. Bring knee to forehead. Send it back out. And then knee to forehead again. And then step it back in between your hands. Okay, and then step your left foot up to meet your right. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Good. So knee over ankle. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Find that fiery lift as your muscles hug onto the bones and move up towards your hips. Now keep that strength and press your legs down and apart. Now twist your left arm up towards the sky. Hug the midline with your left hip. Root the bones of your legs down and feel spaciousness in your vertebra as you broaden your collarbones and coil back. Maybe look up. Good. And then touch down. Hover the left leg back behind you in a three-legged plank and moving that foot around. Good. Then go knee to forehead. Kick it back, knee to forehead, kick it back, knee to forehead, step it through. Good, then step your right foot up to meet your left. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold. And now tilt the blocks on their front edge, and you could take them a little bit out in front of you. So the blocks are balancing on their front edge at a diagonal. Press the heels of your hands down into the blocks. Wrap your shoulders wide, and then keeping this tilt, just kind of try to drag back on the blocks to feel your lats and let your head hang. Tend to the structure in your legs, make them strong and then rooted, and then relax, let the crown of your head fall down, reach the roof of your mouth to the crown of your head, and then flatten your back. Hands on your hips, squeeze your shoulders back, push your feet down and stand up. And just take a nice mountain pose for a moment. So our first time standing vertical in the practice, and we're gonna culminate with one more pose from here, but just for a moment. And I just feel your uprightness, strengthen your legs, and then root down into the earth and lift your heart and lift your head. Now imagine light permeating your inner body. Notice the state of your mind. Okay, so we're going to end with the Leo gesture. I'm going to step back just a bit and step off the mat and take a wider stance. So take a bit of a wider stance, and you could even turn your toes out a little bit. And then from your heart, so hands hovering over your heart. So this is the eurythmy gesture for Leo. It's just physicalizing the energy of the season. And it's a big raying out. And so what we do is from the heart center, we unfold the arms and we reach all the way up towards the heavens. We push down into the earth and we reach up towards the heavens. So this is like a variation of Urdhva Hastasana in yoga, but in eurythmy, this is the Leo gesture. And we want to feel our center in the heart, and we want to sense our subtle bodies, our ether body and astral body raying out up into the cosmos, down into the center of the earth. And there's this interplay with down and up. We expand beyond our individual physical self like the rays of the sun. Good, and then bring it on back down. Hover your hands over your heart. Step your feet a little closer together. Put your attention at that space between your palms and between your hand and your heart, and just notice what you feel. And now take a seat. I was thinking to myself, what can be a source of inspiration for me during this time? And I remembered that the crystal could do it. That could be a good one. So I've been carrying around this little quartz point. This is a iron rose quartz that lives in our yoga therapy clinic. And I love how crystals effortlessly maintain their structure. They are beautiful without needing anything. When you do this practice, imagine that your breath is carrying light, and you can actually allow your breath to carry the light of your awareness through your whole body. So go ahead, close your eyes, and rest your hands in your lap. As you inhale, anchor your hips down into the earth and feel your heart lift. And onto that lift of your heart, let your shoulders fall and push your chin slightly back. Just notice your breath. Bring to mind a quartz crystal that is very clear. Arkansas quartz. The light shining through. And now transform that imagination into a feeling and let that settle in your heart. The feeling of the quartz crystal. Beauty without effort. Wanting nothing. Stable and luminous. Imagine yourself as a quartz crystal. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Bow your head to your hands. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice and would like to practice live with me, maybe a longer form practice once every 2 weeks, I've got a curriculum coming out called The Solar Rhythm, and we live out the qualities of the season by way of the qualities of the zodiac. And so I'll leave a link in the description for you to leave your email so that you can be notified when this program goes live. And I'd love to have you be a part of it. Thank you so much.